This is the story of the ugly duckling. Alone he had no friend, but gather round and listen well until you hear the end. One day a duck sat hatching her eggs, and when her work was done, much to her surprise, while viewing her brood, she found an ugly one. Both mother and brood went to the duck yard to see what they could find. But the poor ugly duckling was so mistreated, he almost lost his mind. "I'll run far away," cried the ugly duckling. "I'll go and hide in a marsh." But the geese that were there still picked on him, so he ran once more. This is the story of the ugly duckling. Alone he had no friend, but gather round and listen well until you hear the end. One lonely night, just at sunset, while flying through the air, he saw 3 swans in a pond down below. Oh, I will join them there. "What beautiful birds!" cried the ugly duckling. "Oh, to be like them! I hope they don't dislike me. I hope they don't dislike me. I'm so lonely for a friend." As he glided on the water and swam toward the swans, his own image he could see. It was just like theirs, it was just like theirs. A swan he turned out to be. Now you've heard the story of the ugly duckling. Listen here to me. Judge your neighbor by how he is, and not what he seems to be. Nickety, nickety, noo, 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 nickety, nickety, noo. Nickety, nickety, noo, 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 nickety, nickety, noo. Once upon a time a miller died, and his 3 sons wept by his side. He gave one a mill and another an ass, but the 3rd one got just a pussycat. What can I do with a pussycat? What can I do with a pussycat? The cat answered back, "Get me a sack and a pair of boots, and I'll show you what you can do with a pussycat." Nickety, nickety, noo, 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 nickety, nickety, noo. Nickety, nickety, noo, 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 nickety, nickety, noo. The cat went into the briar patch with a sack of grain over his back. He tried to catch some rabbits and did, and put them all into his sack. He took his catch to the king of the land as a present from his master grand. The king replied with a gracious smile, "Thank you, and thank your master too." Nickety, nickety, noo, 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 nickety, nickety, noo. The king will repay his master, I bet, and Puss in Boots too. Puss said to his master, "Today's the day. If you do as I ask, your fortune is made. Go down to the river and swim at 3, because the king and his daughter pass their daily at 3. The master went to the river that day. Somehow he trusted Puss's clever way. As the king's carriage passed, Puss let out a cry, "Master is drowning! Please save him, sire!" Nickety, nickety, noo, 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 nickety, nickety, noo, nickety, nickety, noo, 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 nickety, nickety, noo. "I'll save him, I'll save him," the great king cried, "and later we'll dine at the castle with my daughter at his side." Soon master and princess became good friends, and Puss had accomplished his noble ends. Puss was rewarded and happy for life when master and princess became man and wife. Nickety, nickety, noo, 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 nickety, nickety, noo. Always be helpful whenever you can. Nickety, nickety, noo. A traveling man was Gulliver, a traveling man was he. He traveled across the country and o'er the 7 seas. Gulliver, Gulliver, a traveling man was he. He went to every nation to see what he could see. One day he sailed for a land which was far away. His ship was wrecked upon its shore, and he was there to stay. Lilliput, Lilliput was the name of this strange land, and the tiny Lilliputians were no bigger than his hand. They tied and bound poor Gulliver, they feared his mortal size. To free this giant from the seas, they thought would be unwise. But Gulliver, Gulliver, a gentleman was he. Soon they released him and set the strange man free. The Lilliputian king came to see our hero bold, and told him of his troubles with an enemy of old. "I'll help you and your people fight this enemy, if you give me a ship and sail to go back to my home country." The king agreed. Soon the war began, soon the war began, and the tiny Lilliputians scattered in fear and ran. But Gulliver, Gulliver came into the fore and beat down the enemy until there were no more. When the battle was over, the king came to his side and grasped the hand of Gulliver and said his sad goodbye. With a ship and men to sail it, he left his tiny land. As the tiny Lilliputians cheered their hero grand. There was a king of China one time, there was a king one time. His people loved him for he was good. Good was the king of China, good was the king one time. One day through a castle window flew a nightingale. Its song was beauty to the ear, the song of the nightingale, song of the nightingale. The king had the nightingale sing his song as he entered the land of Nod each night, entered the land of Nod. But one day the nightingale flew away, one day he flew away. The king was lonely for his friend, lonely for his friend. Soon he became very, very sick and longed for the nightingale, longed for his nightingale. The king of Japan, when he heard of his fate, sent him a handmade bird. It rang and squawked and sang its song, but not like the nightingale. No, not like the nightingale. One day the king of China heard the song he loved so well. His nightingale had returned to sing his magic spell. He made the good king well. So remember now this tale I tell, remember this tale I tell. Never forsake a friend in need when he is a friend indeed. Never forsake a friend. There once was a town infested with rats. There once was a town infested with rats. The town's council cried, "What can we do?" The Pied Piper replied, "I've an answer for you. We'll give you all we have to give. We'll give you all we have to give. Just save our town, please save us all. We'll give you all we have to give. My price you'll find won't be that high. My price you'll find won't be that high. I only want 50,000 guilders. 50,000 guilders we'll gladly give." The piper began to play his flute, to work his magic to play his flute. He led the rats from the fair town. He led the rats to the river to drown. After his job was very well done, after his job was very well done, he came to the council to ask his reward. But the council only gave him 20 guilders. "You promised me all you had to give. You promised me all you had to give." "I only asked 50,000 guilders. But we think 20 guilders is all you're worth. I'll make you sorry for your lie. I'll lead your children o'er the mountain to hide." The council laughed at this reply. "Leave our town while you're still alive." The piper played another tune. On his flute another tune. The children came and followed its sound, o'er the mountain, away from the town. The townspeople search the mountain each day to hear the children's voices so happy and gay. But when they get near and close, their voices quiet and vanish away. So never, never cheat and lie. Never, never cheat and lie, for the consequences will make you sad. Always be honest through life. my lad. The fox went out on a chilly night, and he prayed for the moon for to give him light. He had many a mile to go that night before he reached the town. Oh, town, oh, town, oh. Many a mile to go that night before he reached the town. Oh, a hungry fox one day did spy, fa-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, some nice ripe grapes that hung on high, fa-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. The fox he tried, but all in vain, the nice ripe grapes for to obtain. But the fruit it was beyond his power. Then he went and said the grapes were sour. Yes, the fox went out on a chilly night, and he prayed for the moon for to give him light. He had many a mile to go that night before he reached the town. Oh, town, oh, town, oh. Many a mile to go that night before he reached the town. Oh, now remember all when you try sour grapes, never cry. Don't be like the fox when you can't succeed, but try again and accomplish your deed.